Happy video day, guys. Christina Brooke here. Today we're playing with a lot of makeup. So we are going to be jumping into a bunch of brand new releases, mostly from the drugstore here. So I got some awesome products sent to me, and one of them was one that you guys actually requested that I pick up, and I was like, yes. So we got the Elfe Putty Bronzer here. So we're gonna be playing with this. I'm gonna be showing you guys how it works. So I'm very excited to be putting this on the skin. Also, I also have the brush that comes with the collection, as well as their new acne fighting, and this is their putty primer. So you guys know their famous putty primer. Well, they came out with an acne fighting version, which is very, very, very exciting. And then also PIXI sent me over some awesome stuff from their new PIXI Pretties Collection. I will show you guys the entire PR box once we get into putting this on the skin, because literally the thing is so heavy that I had to like lay it behind me. But I am going to be playing with some of the products from the new PIXI Pretties. We're going to be playing with the lip kit. We're going to be playing with some awesome eyeshadow. And then there's also some surprises thrown here and there that I'm going to be showing you guys some other products. So today we're going to be testing out just a lot of makeup. We're going to just be playing with it. And yeah, just loving on some brand new products. So if you guys are excited and you have not been here before, hello, I'm Christina Brooke. I would love it if you'd want to go ahead and hit subscribe, join the family. I love to talk about makeup and fashion, and if you like those things, you're probably gonna enjoy it around here. So let's go ahead and let's jump into this and let's start playing with some makeup. So now let's go ahead and let's start testing some products. So I want to try out the Acne Fighting Putty Primer first. So this is really interesting. It reminds me a lot of like the Tatcha Silk Canvas, and I like their original putty primer, and their illuminating one is super, super good. So I'm interested in this. So if you guys can see, it's just kind of like a balm consistency, and if you do this enough, it actually comes out on your fingers. Now it does say that this applicator is to be able to apply this, so I guess you can kind of like scrape it, you know? I guess you can kind of just like scrape it up and apply it to the skin, but we're just gonna go ahead and go with it and just apply this on all of the skin. Anything that helps with redness or acne is always super, super good, especially with somebody like me who does still suffer with getting breakouts. You know, I try my best to use products on my skin that promote not getting breakouts. Like, I'm very picky. I know you guys see me try on a lot of stuff on the skin, but I am very picky. So this feels really nice. So that went on really, really smooth. I do think the original one did do a little bit of smoothing of the pores, so hopefully this does too underneath my makeup. But I like the way it applied, and it's making my skin look pretty nice. The true test will be after I put on some foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw on some foundation. So for foundation today, since we don't have anything like basically new to try, I do wanna do something. I wanna get the Moti Dew. This is the new Huda Beauty release. This is the Glowish by Huda Beauty. And I kinda wanna mix it with her brand new, this is the Luminous Faux Filter foundation, because the Faux Filter Luminous, it does look really nice on the skin, but even for me, it's still a little bit drying. So I feel like maybe if I mix a little bit of this Glowish, which is extremely glowy. I wore it the other day and I like the way it looked, but it does give you a whole lot of glow. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little pump on my skin, and then I'm gonna pump some of this foundation. You see how thick this thing is? Holy cannolis, this thing is thick. I'm talking about mass there. I'm gonna use my little putty primer thing here and mix these together. This could be actually a very useful tool, to be honest, because I could probably use this for a lot of stuff. I'm always mixing and making new products out of existing products. So hopefully this actually makes this foundation just a little bit less thick and maybe gives it a little bit more shine. And I'm gonna use my Merit brush. I've been loving this brush from Merit. It's like literally my favorite new brush. It's perfect size for foundation. I have a very small face, so this is a very small brush and it works really good for me. So let's see, maybe I will love this foundation more like this. Wow, and a little goes a really long way if you mix those two products together. I mean, look at my skin, it's already covered, and look how much I still have. Like, I literally only put 2 pumps, and I think I only needed like half a pump of each to make this much coverage on the skin. I kind of like this mixture. Look at that. This video is not even about that, but I think I found a new favorite way to mix that foundation. So for concealer, we're going to be using Elfe. Since we are using Elfe in this video, why not use the Hydrating Camo Concealer, which is something brand new to my collection. You guys just saw this in my trying of the best of Elfe, and I do really like this. So let's go ahead and put some camo concealer on, and give me 1 second and we're going to jump right into those bronzers. Okay, so there we go. We got our concealer on. Let's jump into these bronzers. So far I'm kind of interested in this primer. I do love the way it looks under the skin, and this is a pretty heavy foundation, and I think that it looks pretty skin-like. Okay, so interested. Got to play with it more, but interested so far. It's gonna probably be between these two, but I kind of want to start with this one, and maybe I can deepen and use both of those. So this one right here is the color Tan Lines. I think this one might be the closest to my skin. It's probably going to be the best for me. So I'm going to go ahead and use this side. I don't know how many colors come in this range. I'm assuming it's going to be more than just these, but let's go ahead and, ooh. Okay. Okay, bronze. Ooh, I think I might even want to go a little bronzer than this one. I might use the other one as well. Let's start with this one. That's a pretty nice. That was very, very blendable. I like this applicator too. This kind of reminds me of the Merit brush. Kind of reminds me of the Merit brush. Who knows? Maybe you can just get this one for foundation as well. Kind of tiny, just like the Merit brush. Ooh, I kind of like this cream bronzer. I like that. That looks very, very pretty. It's not lifting the foundation. It's going really nice on top. I actually really love that this, I really love that the brush fits like perfectly in here, and you could just like kind of like go to town in there. And I do feel like you have to pick up pretty good amount of product. Maybe if I go one shade deeper, you might not have to as much, but I like this a lot. Okay, so let me just jump into the darker one. The darker one is called Bronzed Belle. I just want to see how much deeper this really is. Sometimes I like to put just a little bit more around the cheekbone area, just to kind of make me look a little bit more tan. So you definitely can get away with either or depending on your skin tone. If you're a little bit deeper than me, I would go for this one here. If you're my skin tone, you can go in between both of them. You could probably use both. And if you're lighter than me, definitely stick to Tan Lines. But ooh, you know, I have heavier makeup on today with the Huda Beauty foundation, and this is not making me look like I'm wearing really, really heavy amount of makeup. But yeah, look at that. Ooh, I really, really like that. Okay, okay. I like this, Elf. Oh, wow. So there wasn't a blush, but I did get these in PR from PIXI as well. These are their hydrating balms, and I already tried one that I really like, so let's try this one. This one here is the color Fleur, and Fleur is like more of like a pinky one, and I'm more of a pinky mood right now, so let's try this one on. Just kind of blend that into the skin. Why not? We're using a bunch of creams. This has a really, really pretty dew to it, which I really like. I don't know, maybe I should call this like a full face of drugstore makeup, except for Huda Beauty. Oh my God, I look so summery. I love this. Oh, I'm really, really happy right now. We're on to a really good start. I really like these PIXI blushes, by the way. So these On The Glow blushes are awesome. So if you're looking for an awesome cream blush that gives like glowiness, these are great. Okay, so yay, I'm excited. What did we grab from this box here? But now we gotta jump into the PIXI Pretties, and I think I wanna do the eyeshadow first because I'm dying to try this. So here we have the PIXI and Tina Young palette. So this is the Tones and Textures palette, which I'm excited for this. PIXI typically doesn't do colorful palettes, you know? And there on the back you have Tina Love and Tina Young. And here's what the palette looks like. If you guys see, there's a bunch of pretty colors in here. I'm excited for this because PIXI typically does not do these kind of colors, so I want to dive into this. And let's go ahead and let's do an eye look. Why not? Let's do something fun. My hair is fun today because of the oiliness that we have going on in this head. It needs to be washed tonight, but we'll pretend like I just wanted to do a really pretty hair look today. Jump into this one right here, and let's put that on the lid. That's very pretty, very subtle, very soft. Let's go ahead and why not stick in this direction? Let's grab this dark color right here. Let's add a little bit of depth to this eye, and let's just add that to the outer V. That's a fun color. Let's grab a little bit of this color and let's just put it next to it. Why not? I mean, they're right next to each other. Let's add a little bit of green. It's gonna be like a very rich look. We've got to add a little bit more depth on this side. I'm gonna add a little bit of glitter to this, so why not just jump into a fun color? What color should we grab? Let's grab a little bit of this one and see how this looks on top. It's kind of like a peachy tone, so I kind of just want to like dab it. Metallics are never like my favorite. They're just a little bit subtle for my taste. They feel really nice and they look good, but they're just not as impactful as I would want them to be. And that's usually always with PIXI. I typically do really like their mattes. Now, I don't know how much I love this eye look that I created. Okay, so that is what we're going with for the look. It looks a little bit like jewel tone. Let me go ahead and do this eye, and then I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the formula as I've been playing with it to kind of give you an idea of like what I'm thinking. All right, guys, so here is the final eye look. I have to say I like this eye look, okay? So it was a little journey to get to this final look. I'm not gonna lie. We took a little journey, okay? Now, I'm gonna say that the mattes in here, I really, really like them. I think that they blended pretty nice. The darker shades blend a little harder than the lighter shades, but that's kind of typical in most eyeshadow palettes. The metallics in here are where there's a little bit of an issue for me. The metallics are just not that impactful. Now, this is probably because we're not used to hearing this anymore. I feel like a lot of brands have, especially higher end brands, maybe not drugstore. Drugstore is a little different, but higher end brands, a lot of their metallics, you don't even need to wet your brush anymore. Like it's not even like, I don't know, it's just like glides on the lid. But when it comes to this palette, this goes back to that older mentality of wet your brush if you want impact. Otherwise, you got a very nice soft sheen. But if you want that impact, it's better to wet your brush. Even if you use your finger, it comes off really nice on the finger, but does not do as much impact on the lid. So what I would suggest is if you really love this palette and you want to pick it up and you want higher impact with your metallics, make sure you go in with a wet brush and then you do get a pretty nice amount of impact. If you guys can tell, I did wet my brush and went over with this lighter shade and kind of brought up that impact and I got it there. The mattes worked really nice. I really like this color story. I think it's very interesting and really cool for PIXI because I haven't seen something like this from PIXI. So I do like this palette. I'm gonna play with this palette a lot more. I think I wanna play with some other eye looks. What I do like about this is you're getting a lot of options on which directions you wanna go. Now let's go ahead and jump into this. I wanna try this. So this is the lipstick. This is the lipstick set. I think this is probably gonna be the last thing we'll try. So there on the back is Louise Rowe. And I'm just gonna savagely open this because I can't get these stickies off. Rosy toned, like this is a bunch of rosy toned and nude tone lipsticks and that goes in my direction. I love a good rosy nude tone lipstick and I also think that you could play with some peach ideas here. So it doesn't come with a little lip brush, but I do have one. So we'll grab the one I have. Guys, it's so funny to me. You know, you wait for that occasion to pull out your lip brush because you never get to use it and you're like, I never get to use this lip brush and I have one. I have like 3 of them and now that I have the opportunity to pull it out and use it, I have no idea where any of them are. So I am taking out my Makeup by Mario lip brush that came with his lip kit and we will use that because I have no idea where any of my probably 3 lip brushes are. But what we're gonna do is I want to grab a little bit of this color here. That's pretty. Let's just see what it looks like. Let's swatch it. Ooh, that's a little peachy. I think I like that color. That's really pretty, but I needed to get a little darker because it's just a little bit too light for me. So I'm going to grab into this one here. And what I like about lip kits like this is that you can mix the colors. So I'm going to grab a little bit of this one. And then I'm also going to grab a little bit of this one and mix them together because that is how I would use probably any lip kit because you got to customize it to your color. So I'm going to customize this. I'm going to make it a little bit like a peachy with a little bit of like a plum under. Lipstick taste is a little bit perfumey. Okay, so I like it. a little bit matte, but that's okay. Always add a lip gloss on top. I want to add a little bit more purple. Okay, do we like this lip color? I'm not sure. I think I like it. It looks pretty. It looks a little bit pinky. But what I like about when you get like these type of products is that you can customize your lip color. Let's say I didn't like this. I want to add a little bit more pink. I could just say, okay, let's just add a little bit more pink and liven this up a little and just go like that and add it to the lip. And you just start to change your color. So you can play with your lip color, which I actually appreciate. And that's the reason that I really love this lip kit from Mario. I think it's so fun to be able to change your color, and you don't have to get used to like the same lipstick color. You can create whatever color you want in the entire universe. So, and I love the fact that PIXI gave us that option with this. It's a very popular idea that has been happening recently, is to come out with these like lip kits, and I like it. I think it came out good. Now, I will say the formula is a little bit on the mattified side, so exfoliate your lips before using it, because I did not, and I can kind of feel like I have to kind of like go over a few times. Either that or I would have to put on like a gloss because my lips need to be exfoliated. But yeah, guys, I think that we have come to the end. I think I've played with a bunch of different products here, and let's go ahead and let's wrap this up. So anyways, you guys saw this. I have to say, I think we've had some really successful findings in here. I love this Elfe bronzer. This is really, really good. I think it looks so good on my skin right now. Like, I'm actually kind of crushing on this product right now. I think it might be better than my Fenty cream bronzer. We will see. That is to be announced. I need to play with it a little bit more, but oh my goodness, $6. I'm kind of impressed. Let's see how it wears. The acne fighting one, I like the primer. I don't know about the whole acne fighting part. Obviously, time will tell, but I'm pretty excited for it. I also like the fact that it is a green tone, because usually green does help to cancel out redness. So that could also help to kind of minimize redness on the skin. So I'm excited for this product too. I think Elfe had a very, very successful launch with this, and this little brush here is very good as well. So Elfe had a very successful launch. Really, really love it. When it comes to the PIXI products, I really, really like the blush that you guys saw, the cream blush. Those are really good, the On The Glows. So then when it comes to these two products, they're both nice. I would say out of the two, which one do I like more? Which one do I like more? I guess I would like the lip kit a little bit more than I like the eyeshadows, just because I'm kind of spoiled with eyeshadows. But this is a really cool product. I really love being able to manipulate lipsticks, and I'm also one of those people who likes to create things. So when I see a palette like this and I get to like make whatever I want out of it, I'm just like, oh my goodness, that's so fun. So, and I like this lip color. And I don't really have that many like rosy toned lipsticks, so I think I could have some fun with that. But yeah, I think overall, I think this was a really successful first impression on a bunch of new makeup. One other thing that I'm very excited for is the way that I mix the Huda Beauty foundation with the Glowish. I think that that might be the new way that I'm gonna start wearing that foundation. Like, seriously guys, like I think I found like a hidden gem here, because I really like the way my skin looks. It still has a lot of coverage, but it's getting even more glow coming through, and it doesn't feel as heavy. Probably because I put on less product. If you guys are interested in anything we talked about today, I'm gonna have everything linked down below. Let me know if you guys like this video, and also don't forget to give your advice to your friends down below. So if you guys have tried any of these products and you guys want to put your input, go ahead and let your friends down below know what you're thinking. But thanks so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll try to communicate with you guys down in the comments. I'm so sorry that I have been so behind on comments, but literally things have been insane, and I've been really, really trying my best. But thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.